Yo, did it work? Did it not work? Was it a waste of my time? Would I do it again? Would I recommend it to you? Yes. What I did was I did Iman Gadzhi's 7-day dopamine detox. I'm gonna give you exactly what I've been through, my experience, what worked, what didn't work, what I recommend it to you. Do I think you should do it? Is now the best time for you to do it? You can get all of that and then some in this video. Let's just get down to it. Dreams don't work unless you do. So, for y'all that don't know, Iman Gadzhi is a young 20-something in the early 20s, 8-figure earner, online entrepreneur who's crushing it. And he is someone that I can learn a lot from. And I know that you can learn a lot from too. So I happened to stumble on one of his videos. And this video was talking about how to reset your brain for success. And the video is over a year old and it's still super relevant, especially as we start off the new year. This is vital because we don't want to bring the same habits that didn't really serve us in 2023, bring those habits into 2024, which is not going to service us in the new year. We want to leave them in 2023, which I think why this video is so important to you and why it was important that I actually watched his video and I was able to get a lot from it. So there was 4 things in his dopamine detox that he basically talked about doing over the course of 7 days. So I'm gonna let you know exactly what all 4 of those things are and what was the importance of doing so, right? And what did I get out of it? And do I recommend it to you? So that's exactly what we're gonna break down. So number 1, the first thing that he mentioned in a 7-day dopamine detox and a reason for this detox is to just remove all distractions so you can focus on one singular task and be able to actually get it done and optimize that singular task. And a lot of the reasons why we're not successful is because we're extremely distracted by so many things that are coming in and out and just taking our attention. Like we're not really in control all of the time. We're actually being led by distractions, okay? So the first thing that he mentioned was social media, limiting your access to social media. So 1 hour of social media access. So this is actually pretty good because what happens was, at least for me, I was noticing I was just wanting to go to the app. I wasn't even getting anything. I just found myself programmed to just go to the app, go to the app, scroll, go to the app, scroll. So I actually need Instagram for what I do. I have a podcasting agency. We actually close a lot of deals and communicate with our clients in the DM. I have a team that does it as well, but sometimes I have to jump in there and, say a couple things or just get back to a couple clients. So what I did was I actually limited myself to 2 hours of social media time. So you can go on your phone, you can go in your settings, you can go on your iPhone, and you can restrict your usage of social media. And what happens is when you turn those notifications off and you restrict it, it's going to actually limit your access to the app. So once you hit that time limit, it's just going to limit your access to the app. You're going to have to manually force yourself to get into the app to undo the restriction to get access. So, so it's like an extra 2 steps. So you notice that actually helps you from not having to go into it, which is actually great because you can actually spend time on doing things that you really want to do. So I found that very, very useful because what it did was I knew since I only had 2 hours, I would get in, get out, get in, get out. Because once I met my limit for the day, I literally only went in there if I knew I had to respond to a DM. So I would go in there and go out because I wanted to stretch out that 2 hours for as long as possible. So that's very, very important. All these notifications, stories, reels, TikToks, YouTube shorts, all that stuff going on. It's hard to get things done, especially if you're not disciplined and focused. So number 1, I found out very, very good restricting your access to social media. Now, number two was actually eliminating YouTube altogether. So this one, it could be a little tough, especially if you're someone that watches motivational videos on YouTube. What Iman was saying is sometimes we get a false sense of being productive because we're watching motivational videos, even if they're going on in the background, because it feels like that we're getting some good sonic energy. We're getting ramped up, we're being motivated, we want to take on a day, but then we don't actually do anything with that energy. We just keep binge watching and binge listening to these videos. It's making us feel like we're in a good flow state. It makes us feel like we're actually being productive, but we're actually just binge listening and binge watching these videos. We're not really doing much. So I found out that I found that this was actually great to just eliminate that. And I found myself wanting to go to YouTube, but what was I doing? So it was kind of good just to eliminate that extra time that I would have just wasted. I have to be honest though, when I got to day 6, I did find myself going on YouTube. I think I watched like one video, caught myself, and then I stopped watching it because I wanted to, maximize the 7-day detox as much as possible. But I found Like eliminating YouTube unless you really are going there to be educated, to get something, to learn something, and then implement it. Don't waste your time on the app, because unless you have the Chrome extension set up and you are going to restrict all these notifications and pops up saying suggested videos, eliminate the app altogether. Unless you're making money on YouTube and you actually getting paid, it's just gonna rob you of your time. Number 3, this one could be a little bit controversial. I'm not even gonna say the 4-letter word. Let's just call it adult content. So he was talking about making sure you're not pleasuring yourself or watching any adult content. And what I noticed is not something I generally do, but what I noticed was just because that ended up being one of the things for us to avoid this week, that was planted in my mind. So to be fully transparent, probably day like 5, I just had it in my thought. I was like, man, I kind of want to watch some adult content. It just kind of popped up because I see it was planted, but like I was disciplined. I didn't. Like, I'm not going to do that, especially not doing this detox. Like, I'm in control of my urges, my feelings. I'm in control of my mindset. So it's not something that I did. So that's something good as well, because adult content, that's something that will just put you down a rabbit hole, right? All these multiple dopamine hits. It does something to your brain, but then also it distracts you from getting things done. And if you're someone that's like finishing yourself, what happens after that? You might go to sleep, you might get lazy, you might slack off. You're just wasting your life force, your energy out there. It's not even worth it. So number 3 was definitely very vital. Don't watch adult content. Don't even wrap yourself up into it. And if it's something that you struggle with, this is a great way for you to start weaning yourself off of that and taking that time back and investing it back into you. Number 4, I thought was really, really good as well. And it's something that I used to do every single day, but then I realized that I just stopped doing it. And that's 10-minute meditation. So you may be somebody like, yo, I can't meditate. I can't sit still. I tried it. It just doesn't feel good to me. What I recommend is try guided meditation. So you got the Calm app, you got Headspace. I believe they have some trials. You can just try it, put on. Calm has an everyday, a guided meditation. Headspace has the everyday guided meditation. Just close your eyes and just work through it. Now you can sit up, you can lie down, find a comfortable position, just work yourself through it. You're gonna realize that your mind's gonna be racing, thinking about all these different things, donuts, hot dogs, racing, cars, girls, what you got going on tomorrow, if you got a trip, like things that you wanna do. Did you forget anything? Your mind's gonna be racing. So the trick with meditation is this: just breathe through it. A lot of the times we forget about breathing, especially when our mind is racing and thinking about all these different things. Focus on breathing. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, unless the guided meditation tells you about a different breathing technique. Breathe in your nose, out your mouth. Find a nice pace for yourself, and then just bring your mindset back to being present. Just bring yourself back to being present.
Hey creators, when it comes to content creation, are you feeling overwhelmed because your videos are a drag? Maybe you're spending too much time editing videos when you should be working on your business. Your brand deserves better, and you'll need your time back. Introducing Podchop. We'll help you grow your brand and have more polished, professional, and consistent content. We will do everything. All you need to do is create and submit your raw podcast or short-form videos. We'll change your videos into more savable, shareable, and engaging content. Sign up now. Start getting amazing videos fast.
That's going to help, because what happens is a lot of the times we don't slow down. Every day, like, we're being pushed in all these different directions. We're being pulled in all these different directions. A lot of times we're thinking we're making decisions, but it's programming. It's things that we've been doing, so we're just doing them. We don't realize that we don't have control. And a lot of the times the meditation centers you, relaxes you, puts you in real time, like right in the moment, and you're able to capture yourself and then just focus and relax. And I think a lot of times that's needed, because we just get anxious. We just feel like we got to be moving, and life moves so fast, and notifications, social media, and people email, text us, and call. All these things happen so fast every single minute that we don't have a grasp of our time. So the meditation is extremely important. So I recommend guided meditation. That's going to help you get started. And Calm is dope because it has some celebrities and entertainers. They have done collabs with Calm. Like LeBron James has 2 different meditation Calm sessions on their series. So it's kind of good. You can get into, a series, find somebody that you like, and then just start, which is pretty cool. So 10 minutes on that every single day was great during this dopamine detox. And I didn't miss a day. I actually love meditating. I love guided meditation. It kind of gets you in the moment. And you can literally pick a mood that you want to listen to, which I think is great. So I recommend it to everyone. So what did I get out of it? Do I recommend it to you? Should you do it? So the 7-day detox was great because, again, if you're someone that feels like you don't have a lot of time, you want to go into 2024, you want to make it better in 2023, I definitely recommend that you reset the way that you think, reset your brain, reset your mindset, reset your focus. And, these 4 things are a great way to start. We talked about eliminating a lot of screen time. So eliminating yourself to 1 hour. I did 2 hours. That worked for me. Like I use social media for work. So I made it realistic for me, but limiting 2 hours was a big deal. Number 2, eliminating YouTube altogether. So, this is something that could be a little tricky, especially if you're a content creator. So it's not eliminating you using the app. It's eliminating you browsing and abusing the app and actually enabling the app as something that can distract you, right? So getting that Chrome extension, eliminating the notifications, eliminating the suggested videos that YouTube is going to get you, and just have it just focus on your channel and content that you actually want to search, to be taught, to learn, to study, to level up yourself as a creator. That's cool. So, either eliminating the app altogether or just restricting a lot of the features on the app, so you really just straight up YouTube and nothing else, I think is great. Number 3, just eliminating adult content from your life. So if you're someone that kind of struggles with that, this is a great way to start getting yourself off of it, because you can get really, really addicted to that. And then when you're in the presence of a real person, whether it be a male or female, whatever the case may be, you can't even take advantage of the moment because you've been digesting so much adult content. And in some cases, it could be really potent. So when you have something in real life, when you have a person in real life, and when you have the moments in real life, it doesn't match up to the potency of the adult content. So then you can't even perform. You can't even appreciate what is really intended for you with someone real, and it can be something that is just, distracting, wasting your time, wasting your life force. Especially if you're finishing, it's just not the move. You know what I'm saying? So not consuming adult content for something that you can rely on, or just something that's going to distract you altogether. So that one's huge. And then number 4, the 10 minutes of meditation, again, is it gives you some time with your spirit, some time with yourself. You can realign your focus. You can just calm down. You can be present. I think that was good. So do I recommend it to you? Is it something that you should do? Did I enjoy it? What do I think overall? So again, Iman Gadzhi, a young 20-something, 8-figure earner, killing it with the digital side, consulting and his businesses. Again, I could learn something from him, and I did. I wanted to go into 2024 and just reset my mind, learn something from somebody that is actually performing at a very high level. And these 4 things are great. You can always go back and do these things. These are things that I have done before. So being able to kind of focus on them in a 7-day setting, I think it's a good amount of time, especially if you're just starting and you don't really have any discipline. You just want to get better at focusing and get more things done. I 100% recommend that you do this 7-day dopamine detox. All right. I'll put his video down below, or you could just use what I just taught you, because those are basically everything you're going to get anyway. I recommend it to you. I 100% recommend it to you, especially if you're looking for something. Okay. If you're looking for something, this may be it. 7 days, you can do it. It's not that difficult. It might even be better if you get an accountability partner. You guys can do it together, and every evening you can have a little recap, or in the mornings you can have a recap and talk about how the previous day was. So if you want to go to the next step, he has something called monk mode. So I'm actually going to dive into monk mode and see what that's all about. 2024 is going to be your best year, and I know it's going to be my best year. So do this 7-day dopamine detox so you can learn how to focus on a singular task, get more things done, choose yourself first, eliminate all distractions, or as much as possible, so you can become the best version of you and actually hit your multi-million-dollar goals, or whatever they are. Do me a favor before you leave this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and share this video with 2 people that you care very much about. I would really appreciate that. And also subscribe to the newsletter, brand new newsletter, right? The Millionaire Manifesto, brand new newsletter. We send out emails 1 to 2 times a week, all value, things that I'm experiencing in real time that I want to give to you. It could be stuff from my podcast interviews, just my travels, just business, entrepreneurship things I'm learning. I want to give you this information, package it up in a branded newsletter that you can look forward to and just give you heavy game. So subscribe to the newsletter as well. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. Peace.
What's up, y'all? I'm standing in the middle of the street and I'm willing to risk it all because I want you to grow, whether through paid or organic measures. Over the next 5 days, the Audience Growth Challenge, we're going to be teaching you podcast guesting strategies, video marketing strategies, social media predictable viral creation strategies, the power of radio and digital PR. And these strategies are what you need to grow your business over the next 4, 6, 9, even 12 months to skyrocket your success. So if you want to join the challenge, all you got to do is click the link below and join the Audience Growth Challenge and join it as a VIP. Let's get it.